All right, guys. Well, welcome. Look at all you guys. Oh, I got to take a little snapshot of this. Everybody like smile or give me a thumbs up or something. Wave, wave. Woo! All right, guys. It is the last day of November and December is upon us. Who's excited for tomorrow? I know I am. And a lot of us are really excited for Hammer and Chisel that's coming out. Just a couple quick things. Again, thank you so much for coming on to this call. This is your commitment to your business and connecting with us as a team. We're almost to 2016. It's crazy. This year has like flown by. And some of you who most of you, except one or two people, you guys are all new faces, new people in my life, except for maybe one or two who I found last year. But that's the beauty of this business. Let me tell you, every single time I see this many people on the call, it's amazing to me because no one else is here with me from the beginning, but it was literally like me, Luke, and Catherine, and Sophie. It was like four of us. And so to see it grow to this extent is just, so humbling and so beautiful. Before I hand over the floor to Amy, last couple hours for Success Club, I know I got my last challenge pack sold today. I actually sold two challenge packs today. I'm so excited. 2 challenge packs today. So super excited. I hit my goal. Been working hard towards that. Shout out to Carla. I don't know if she's on here. I can't see her. She may be on here, but shout out to Carla, who is her first month of a coach and hit Success Club. So want to give her a shout out. So really guys, tomorrow is a big day for us in the company. You'll see, and there's a lot of excitement for Hammer and Chisel that's coming out. Even if you're not doing it, you should be promoting it because, a lot of times I come across a lot of coaches who believe because they are not doing the program, they cannot promote it. What I need you guys to understand is that you're always looking to see what product we have that can best fit the client. And so your client may have more energy than you. Your client may have more space than you. Your client may have more equipment than you. They're going to have different goals than you. So just because you cannot do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be promoting it. How you end this year in 2016 is how you're going to, 2015 is how you're going to start 2016. And so for all of you that are brand new, in this business, one thing I was telling yesterday, we had a leadership call with some of the leaders on this team. Just to give you guys some numbers in terms of the growth this year, last year in terms of volume, some of you may not understand what I'm talking about with volume, but in terms of volume, in 2014, my business made about 150,000 in volume, which is a lot, and that's fabulous and it's great. But what I want to tell you guys is that in this year, it's over 500,000 in volume. So that growth, is not, it can happen to any single one of you. And so I want you guys to dream big. I want you guys to put on some tough skin because I noticed that a lot of coaches come in really, really excited and then you get your first no and it's like, boom, or you get your first rejection or you get your first, and all these different things come into your life. Tough skin is really important in this business. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Amy. We're going to then open up the floor to questions at the end. So leave all your questions if you have questions for the end. But I want to respect your time. So go ahead, Amy.
Hi, guys. Thanks for all coming and hanging out with us tonight. It was so crazy you're saying that stuff. And I was thinking, wow, like this time last year, I was on my first call, I think. And now I'm leading them and I have my team under me and I'm doing this full time and it's pretty crazy what a big difference a year can make if you let it and if you work for it. So is it going to let me screen share? Okay. So I'm going to screen share. I made a PowerPoint for us here. Do you guys see that? Can I get a thumbs up, thumbs down? Do you see my PowerPoint? Okay, cool. So I'm going to talk to you about, I think this is the most important thing that you can do at any point to move your business forward. And that's being proof that the product works. So I just I'm not just preaching from nowhere. I am proof the product works. This is my main thing. The main reason I became a coach is because I started seeing great results, and I wanted to share that with other people. A disclaimer though, I did become a coach. I had lost like 6 pounds when I became a coach. So that for me, that was great results. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's do this. We can do this, And I've just stuck with it this long that now I have better results. But yeah, so that 6 pounds grew into, 50 pounds. And then now I'm like working on building muscle and all of that. So I'll just start right off the beginning here. So what does being proof the product works even mean? So we have to show that our products work, because people can buy fitness programs anywhere. They can go and buy them on Amazon. They can get them bootleg. They can download them illegally. I mean, that's not why they're coming to you. You need to have something else to offer, and you need to attract people to our products and to us and to you based on your results. So the 3 vital behaviors, hopefully we've all heard this, but if not, it's, drink Shakeology every day, do your workout if you have one scheduled, and read your personal development. That last one is the most important. Definitely read your personal development every day. You're going to need it as a coach. You just are. So doing those 3 things daily is the number one thing you can do to move your business forward at any point in time. It doesn't matter if you are a brand new coach. It doesn't matter if you are a 15-star diamond coach. It doesn't matter. You need to be doing those 3 things every day, because that is the foundation. And your own transformation is the key to your success. So let's see, what do successful coaches have in common? Here's just some of, there's some coaches from our team here. Here's Megan Ewaldson, and of course, Stephanie. I mean, what they have in common is that Beachbody has transformed their lives in some way. Kenna obviously lost a ton of weight. Sophie has been very public with her battle with depression, and how, it's helped her get in shape, but it's also helps, keep her depression at bay. Megan Ewaldson had an eating disorder, and she's very public with the fact that, Beachbody taught her how to be healthy and not to obsess about the scale anymore. And Stephanie has gotten in shape and has built her business all, well. I mean, we all know Stephanie, and we all know Stephanie's story. So the number one thing you can do is, so you're doing your 3 vitals. Say you're doing all of those things. You're drinking Shakeology, you're doing your workout, and you're being proof that the product works, but you also have to show that. So if you're doing all these things and it's all behind the scenes, that's not really getting the word out there. I just picked these photos because I think that they show some unique ways that some top coaches showcase how they are, being proof that the product works. Here's Amy Silverman with her Shakeology and her nice abs. And but and here's Meredith now. She's eating healthy. Anita Myron's working out. So it's important to show these things. You might not think, okay, how is sharing a picture of my Shakeology really impacting someone else's life? Well, it's not, but it's showing them how you got where you are now. So if say you're doing 21-day fix, and 3 days later you have these, or 3 weeks later you have these awesome results, people are going to wonder, okay, so yeah, maybe she did this, she lost this weight, she has this transformation, but how did she do it? And if you were sharing every day, oh, I'm going to get my workout in, here I am eating healthy, here's what we're having for dinner, I'm drinking my Shakeology, then they're going to know that, okay, she genuinely lost this weight, this is how she did it, and maybe I'm interested, and so I'm going to go to her to find out more information about it. It's also just a daily reminder to everyone around you that you're staying in shape. And I think that that is the number one thing to focus on in December, is just sharing that you are still on track. Because I was this person 2 years ago that was October to, January 1st was this black hole of eating every sugary object that came within 6 feet of my face. So lots of people get in that mindset. And then January 1st comes and they're like, oh man, now, my New Year's resolutions to lose all this weight I just gained. And if they, saw you stick with it all through December, you're going to be the first person they think of. So my big thing is pick a program and stick with it. I'm really big about this because I think that, our programs they're made by professionals. we don't have to be the fitness professionals because we have wonderful programs and products to use that, Beachbody has provided us with. So if you pick a program, that program and the workouts are in the right order already. They are, they're in that order for a reason, to work different muscle groups, to give you the right amount of cardio versus the right amount of strength training. The meal plans are the same way. They are there because they're proven to work. So I always start at the beginning of a program and I do it all the way through, and I try to follow it as closely as possible, because it's not just because I want to look a certain way or because I want to be a certain way. I obviously want to be healthy, but it's also now my job to show that these programs work. And if I stick with them and I get good results, not only do I notice a rise in my business, but I notice a rise in my confidence because I've proven to myself that I can stick with this program, and a rise in my credibility because others are more likely to come to me if they see that I've done it and gotten good results. So, one thing I'm really all about is share your program as you go along. So Catherine just finished the Ultimate Reset, and she was really good about sharing, oh, I feel really sluggish today, but I know that I'm, 4 days left to go and I'm going through a detox. And then she shows her results, and that gets people really excited. And because she's been honest and very open about how it's been for her, people are more likely to come to her with questions, to know that she's not just trying to sell something, that it's like, she's a genuine person just following the program and getting results with it. And, there's lots of ways that you can show like the workout program you're doing right now. You don't have to like take a selfie with your DVDs every day. I mean, that's kind of how I started because I didn't really know the other ways to share it, but there's lots of ways you can share. You can do short little video clips of you working out. Like I don't even do PiYo really. I have the DVDs, but I've had people ask me about PiYo because I've filmed myself doing PiYo workouts, like little snippets of it. And I have people coming to me for PiYo because they've seen my videos of it, which I think is just, it just proves the power of social media. And I think, sharing photos, no matter where you are, is just going to attract people who are like you. And that's what this business is about anyway. I shared my first before photo, and like I said, I had lost like 6 or 7 pounds, and I was, 4 months postpartum, and I still didn't fit in any of my pre-pregnancy clothes. I was like 168 pounds or something, and I have a really small frame, so it's a lot on me. But sharing those pictures was so empowering, and so many people became interested in me and interested in my progress because I was vulnerable enough to share them. It wasn't because I had like some awesome body. It wasn't like anything like that. It was just that people related to me. People were like, wow, she's doing this. Maybe I can do it too. So think outside the box when it comes to sharing progress. Not all progress is going to be like, boom, all of a sudden I have muscles. But you can share progress in different ways all throughout the week. I love facial comparisons. If you don't like sharing full body images of yourself, you can still showcase weight loss. Non-scale victories, like I haven't had sugar in 4 days and I feel awesome. Like I have higher energy. I've kicked my soda cravings and you replaced it with my Shakeology, and that's a really big win for me. Trying on different clothes, because even though sometimes we might not have lost weight, like we might have, our clothes fit better, we feel more confident. People can tell that from pictures, and people want that. It's not necessarily that they need or want a scale victory all the time. There's other things we can celebrate. I just put things over here that are on that list for me. I mean, more energy, better digestion, less prescriptions. I mean, there are so many things you can just write down the list of, ways that Beachbody has impacted your life, and then find ways to share those because people are looking for that. So the second part to this would be results for your challengers and coaches. So if once you've kind of attracted people to you and you have people in your challenge groups and you have coaches underneath you, you need to continue to show up every day and do your 3 vital behaviors, because you can't expect your challengers or your coaches to, find value in working out and think that it's important to stick with things if you can't. By showing up every day, you inspire other people to do the same, even if you don't say it. I get it all the time that you are so inspirational and you just keep me doing my workouts every day. And it's someone I've never talked to. And it's like, it baffles me, but at the same time, I'm like, that's the power of consistency. People see it can be done, and they like that, and that draws people to you. And you have to lead by example. That's the only way that, think that this is going to work. So yeah, the next best thing to sharing your own success stories is sharing the success stories of your challengers or your coaches. And, I just wanted to show two of my coaches here because they're doing a really awesome job. So, but yeah, that's the next best thing. And obviously ask their permission. But you can say, these women have been on this journey with me, and we've done this together, and look how awesome, she's done with this program, or she's done with this program. Because when you share other people's stories, you never know who that might touch, because it might be a completely different person relates to Emily than relates to me, or it relates to Danielle than relates to me. But always tell a story, because that is where the magic is. I can show you before after pictures all day long, but her before after picture might not be as impressive if you didn't know that, she's got 2 kids under 2. She stays at home. She works this as a business. She's extremely busy. There's so much more to everyone's transformation than you think. And when people see someone that's like themselves or that they relate to, and then see their progress picture, it means so much more, because you're like, wow, she did it, and she's in a similar situation as me. Maybe I can do it too. So in case we need another reason to keep on our fitness journey, the Beachbody Challenge. The Beachbody Challenge is really cool, and if you're not submitting your before-afters every single month, you should be. And here's why. For just submitting, you get a free t-shirt, and that's wear and share. I have a 21-day fix. I did all my programs because they send you free stuff. Who doesn't want that for 10 minutes online filling it out? And you also get entered for a chance to win money, among other things. We all know Sophie just was in a 21-day fix infomercial, and it's because she submitted her stuff and they really enjoyed her story, and so they decided to share. One of my challengers, Emily, won $500 a few months back, and that's just for entering. So we shouldn't ignore that, because that's such a huge avenue for success and sharing our story and everything that we need to stick with. All right, so a big question I get a lot is, okay, but I don't have a transformation yet. And the answer is, you do have a transformation of some kind. No one joins as a coach without a reason. So you have to connect yourself to that reason. Not every transformation is, in your face physical. You can talk about how you have more confidence. Does this give you confidence? Does this give you community? Does this allow you to stay home with your child? Are you being a good example for your child? Are you cutting up credit card debt because you're a coach now? There are so many different kinds of transformations. You need to pinpoint what made you sign up and what your story is, and you need to communicate that. And if you have a hard time figuring out what your story is, go to your sponsor coach or go to the person above them. Someone will help you connect to that story if you haven't connected to it already, and that is going to be so key in moving your business forward. Okay, so we all start somewhere. This is my plug for everybody to make sure that you take a before photo, or take a photo of where you are right now. It might freak you out. You might be like, I don't want, what if someone picks up my phone and they see this picture? That's how embarrassed I am. And that's how I was when I took my first picture. But wherever you are is worth sharing, or not even sharing, it's worth having. You need to have it. I can't even tell you how many times people have been like, man, I can't even find a picture of myself at my heaviest, and it'd be really cool to compare now that I've lost 80 pounds. And it's like, yeah, that would be cool to compare. And, looking back is so much more powerful when you have those photos. If I hadn't taken those pictures, my business would not be where it is right now. And I know that because, my transformation drives a lot of my success. And, I hated, I almost cried standing there taking those pictures. It was so painful because I'd never looked like that, and I didn't want to face what I looked like, but it made me accountable to myself, because I looked at them and I was like, okay, this is the time where I have to not give up. I need to not give up again. And it also just gave me somewhere to look at. In 2 weeks, I didn't expect to see a change, but I did. And I was really shocked. And it becomes fun. I hear people say I can't wait to take progress photos this week. And it's it's the funniest thing to me, because it's that's how I feel now too. And okay, so we are in the, and even if you're pregnant, I mean, I love, this is my new favorite thing, is like coaches who are pregnant, who are just sharing that as well. I mean, it doesn't matter if you are headed towards something. It's just the fact that we are in the fitness industry. And our bodies do matter because we are in the health industry and we need to be a healthy example. It does not mean you have to look like a model. It does not mean you have to be skinny. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that you have to be comfortable with sharing who you are and, inspiring others to do the same. Now, like if you're not comfortable being, in a bikini or anything like that, that's fine. You can still share a picture of yourself in your workout outfit, All right, so what now? I want everyone to recommit to their fitness goals. I'm pushing this really hard with everybody right now. I know that it's December, but there's no reason you have to wait till January 1st to recommit to your fitness goals. That's not a magic date. You can commit now and you can still have Christmas or your holiday that you celebrate, and that can be one day where you eat cake. Like, I'm not going to probably be super great with my diet on Christmas, but the next day I'll be right back on it. So the work you put in now really matters. I know it's hard to have that foresight to think like, okay, but no one's interested in me right now. Like I keep trying and I keep trying and I keep getting rejected. And like, this is happening to me too. But I know that in January, those people will come back because they will remember you. And one really big thing to take advantage of is hammer and chisel. And I'm just going to talk really quickly about the different stuff in case you guys haven't listened to it yet. We talked about it. They talked about it in the wake up call this morning. We've talked about this in the group before, but just so everyone's prepared tomorrow for the hammer and chisel release. It releases tomorrow. All of the challenge packs will be released and ready to go at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the base kit and deluxe kit will release at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then everything should be online by 6 p.m. Eastern. The base kit, it's a 60-day workout program. It includes the workouts, a portion container set, the guides, the 10-minute ab workouts. There's 2 of them this time, which I'm really excited about. And only through us, you get the Masters Cardio bonus DVD. So, and then there's also a deluxe kit with 4 extra workouts, the medicine ball, and an extra set of portion containers. And then prices, they're $160 for next month. They're not available to current coaches, only new coaches. So if you want to buy a challenge pack, this is the perfect time to sign up your spouse as a coach underneath you and take advantage of that. There are 2 challenge pack options. So you can do a Shakeology challenge pack, or you can do a performance kit challenge pack, which has the recovery formula and the energize. Or you can do the base kit, which will, with our coach discount, comes out to be about $67 US. And the deluxe kit, it's going to be about $133 US. So yeah, I have one more slide. I don't know what I said. Yeah, so what to do now? Commit to a program, any program that speaks to you. Like Stephanie said, you don't have to be doing hammer and chisel to promote hammer and chisel. I personally am telling all of my coaches that they need to be buying hammer and chisel because we're all going to do it together. I think, the new program, like the best way to get to know it and to be able to promote it is obviously to do it. I plan on doing it as soon as I finish Body Beast. And I'm really excited about that. And I plan on talking about it all the time. And that's going to help build, interest in it. But pick a program that speaks to you. If you're not ready for hammer and chisel, pick something else. Pick something you can commit to and you can follow through with. And be proof that the product works. I mean, that's the whole point of all of this, is that we're sharing what has worked for us and what helps us and what has gotten us here with others. And it's really a gift. So yeah, that's kind of all I had.
Awesome. Thank you. Unshare your screen. Unshare. What I want to kind of piggyback on what Amy is saying is that, just again, like I had said, making sure that you are recognizing that this is an awesome program. And even if you are not ready to do it, that's okay. You may have people who have bought from you in the past who are ready for this program. You may have people who are really excited about this program. And if you're doing a 21-day fix, that will still be the same. It will be $160 for that as well, in December. And so keep that in mind. I mean, for what it's worth, I've gone through 2 other other product debuts, and I've still always sold the 21-day fix as like my number one program. So not the Hammer and Chisel, now there's a lot of excitement around Hammer and Chisel, and that's what I plan on promoting. And what I want to kind of remind you guys, and kind of like what I said in the messenger group, is that one thing I've learned is that your followers, and as you're building a following, they're gonna come with you on your journey. So Amy right now, her results are after baby number 1. Amy plans on having another baby. She plans on, and her body's going to change again, and she's going to gain weight again, and then she's going to have to lose the weight again. And so to me, that's like job security. I'm like, look, I'm going to have even more. I'm going to have even better results. I have not been able to, me personally, I have not been able to get off these like 10 pounds that I gained on my around the world trip. And so I share that, and it's about being honest and patient with yourself and recognizing that it's okay, and that your audience, your followers will appreciate your honesty as you are going on this journey with them. And so don't feel like you don't have something to share, because you do. You are someone who, all of you, genuinely care about the other person and care about your own health and care about helping others. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this call and making time for this call. And so I wanted to open it up to questions, open up the call at this time to questions, to see, this could be any type of question. There's a lot of new coaches on the call. And so I'm not sure, raise your hand if you have any questions, concerns, struggles. Let me see if there's anybody over here. Any questions? No. Oh, good. No one has questions. We are no questions at all. Okay. All right then. Well, if no one has any questions, I don't think that was anything. I was like, oh, maybe there's a question. But okay. Well, I guess then if no one has any questions, then I don't.
Wait, Stephanie.
Oh, wait.
I have a question. Sorry.
Okay.
Is there a way to get a challenge pack with the either performance line or whatever for coaches? Because I know coaches can't get a challenge pack, but is there a way to do it for coaches, people that are already coaches, with the performance line?
No. So basically, and that's a good point too, Amy. I don't know if you had said that with the promotion. So
yeah,
did you talk about the performance pack?
Yeah, really briefly, that you can get it with Recovery and Energize instead of Shakeology.
Once you are a coach, you can only get products for 25% off at face value. So meaning if you want the performance line, you're going to have to order Hammer and Chisel at 25% off, plus whatever. If you want to get the performance line, you can order the bundle package with the 25% off, which honestly, it's the same price. It's, it's the same price. So you're not, with the discount, you're getting the same as the bundle package. Now, if all of you are looking to sign up your spouse, because that's one of the first things we recommend a lot of new coaches is to sign up the spouse when you're able. You want that person to be high up. This would be a great opportunity, and then you can sign them up with that challenge pack. Ashley, Roy?
I was just wondering, with the Performance Line Challenge Pack, do they, is it an auto ship with just the Energize and Recovery then, or do they send that every month still? Just those two? Okay, thanks.
Yes. Trisha?
Yes. I have a friend that is wanting to start the 21-day fix with the challenge pack with Shakeology, but she has a gluten allergy. Is the vegan flavors gluten-free?
Do I have any gluten?
They're gluten-free. I have several challengers who have, like, I have one challenger who's like severely, like, can't even be in the same room as gluten, and she drinks it and is fine. It's processed in the same, like, factory as gluten. So you just have to, it's one of those things that she's going to have to decide.
Okay. And real quick, is vanilla come in the gluten or in the vegan, or is it just the strawberry and the chocolate?
Just strawberry and chocolate.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Any other questions? No? Okay. All right then. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on the call. So again, tomorrow, for a lot of you who are going to be buying, I know I'm buying it tomorrow. So, and also remember, you'll have access to the workout. You'll actually have access to the whole program. Probably by at least at the latest, the day after. I know sometimes when you order, you don't really get access to it on demand that day, but you will have access. You should have access to it, the workouts and everything the next day. So you'll be able to look at the meal plan. You'll be able to look at the whole program by Wednesday, ideally. So that's really exciting. Oh, and then one more thing. For every challenge pack that's sold in December, Carl is donating $5 to help the homeless. I know in LA, I think it's the first time he's actually picked an actual city to help. So that's really cool. So for every challenge pack for Hammer and Chisel sold, he'll be donating $5 throughout the month of December. And then for a lot of people who are what I've been telling a lot of people is really promoting kind of gifts for themselves and gifts for their health, and really having, when you come across the money objection, asking about, could this be a potential gift that you can ask for Christmas, for the holidays? That's one way that I've kind of been talking to people about it. And I also want to just kind of stress really that the work that you do now this month is really going to set you up really well for January, February. Even if I want to challenge all of you guys actually to go for 100 no's, if not more, because in those no's, you are planting seeds. Come January, February, March, those seeds will begin to flourish, as well as you are kind of staying consistent with your posting and staying consistent with your journey. Those seeds will flourish. We say it over and over and over again. Us hitting Success Club today, this month, has a lot to do with all the work all the follow-ups we're doing from prior conversations that we've been having with people who told us no in the past, but they see us showing up every single day. They see us developing as coaches, as entrepreneurs. And so that that really speaks a lot. So keeping that in mind and keeping your long-term vision in mind for your business will help you throughout this journey. Anything else?
Hey, Stephanie, I have a question.
Sure.
So I'm new, and when we're getting ready to start a challenge, how far in advance do we need to have people order the challenge packs?
Who's speaking?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Oh, awesome. Hey. So this depends on you. So usually, and this depends on you, because I have a running challenge group, and a lot of coaches will have a running challenge group. So for example, I'm always promoting for next week, my next week, but I'm never really starting a brand new group next week. So I will say, hey guys, I have a challenge group starting December 7th. I'm not really starting a brand new challenge group, but I'm adding that urgency for people. I have done where I have started a new group, and ideally you want to give them 2 weeks in advance, about a week and a half to 2 weeks in advance to purchase the challenge pack. But what I would suggest is considering running that running challenge group, because then what you'll see is that what ends up happening a lot of times is that you'll put people into your challenge group, and then there's like crickets. And then you get really frustrated as a coach, because, you're like, well, you guys bought the program and nobody wants to post and nobody wants to stay committed. So it's really frustrating when you have that small group sometimes. And I've done this. So from month to month, it's very dependent on the crowd. And so what I do to try to alleviate that is just keep adding people. That way there's at least some motion, some activity in the group, despite, not having to rely on like 5 people. 6 people, because if you have a group of people who just are not posting, then that's really discouraging to you as to coaches sometimes. I mean, to me, it's not discouraging to me because I know, but that's just kind of, so I would just tell you is consider maybe running a running challenge group. Who's your coach?
Tony.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah. So you're in our group. So if you're in the HealthyER Wellness group, you could just add people into that group. And you could just say, we're starting a group in 2 weeks, or you could say, I'm starting a group next week. Let's get this started. 21, let's get your habits in place before the new year. Getting ready for the new year. Don't wait for the new year. That's all the types of words that I'm using for people. Anything else? Any other comments? Yes. Awesome. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on.